Holidays are a time where people can fly off the rails and end up gaining a lot of weight, but this doesn't need to be the case. If you want to learn how to stay healthy this holiday season, even with your busy schedule, then stay tuned. Hi everyone, Floyd Meyer here. Everyone knows that the holidays are associated with weight gain, and it's no wonder. Between the extra time shopping, all of the travel, all of the extra food, it's a wonder that any of us make it through. But there are a couple of very simple strategies that you can use in order to stay healthy this holiday season. So the first strategy I'm going to talk about today is becoming familiar with HIIT training. So HIIT stands for high intensity interval training, and it's going to allow you to get a very strong stimulus, a really good workout in a very short amount of time. So the way that you are going to do HIIT workouts is you're going to need to get some type of a timer. And the timer is going to need to be able to be set for two different time intervals. You're going to have a high intensity interval and you're going to have a low intensity interval. So one example would be to set the high intensity phase for about 30 seconds and then to set the lower intensity phase for about a minute. And so what this would actually look like in practice would be you would do something like jumping jacks for 30 seconds and then you would rest for a minute. And then do another set of 30 seconds and then rest for a minute. And you're going to do that for somewhere between 5 and 10 rounds, depending on how much time you have and what your current physical activity level is. Other options for doing HIIT workouts are going to include doing something like a circuit where you are going to be doing different exercises each round. So one round you do jumping jacks, the next you do lunges, the next you do squats, then push-ups, and you just continue out through there. And you can do all types of different exercises depending on what you personally like to do. A third option is to do something more where you're just going to be doing the intervals, but you're doing the exact same movement. So you could do it on an elliptical machine. You can easily run intervals on an elliptical machine, or you could go outside and you could run sprints, and you could just do sprints for rounds. No matter what you decide to do, HIIT training can be a very effective way for you to get a really good workout, really stress your cardiovascular system, build muscle, burn calories in a very short amount of time. The second strategy that we're going to be talking about is going to be prepping healthy snacks. So the holiday season there's always going to be tons of different foods available. There's going to be cookies, there's going to be pies, and they're going to be at work and at home. And so you need to have some healthy snacks available in order to prevent you from getting too hungry. If you become extremely hungry at work and because you didn't take the time to plan ahead and prep these healthy snacks and you're really hungry and then someone offers you a bunch of cookies, you're probably going to eat them because you're hungry. But if you take that extra time and you prep and you have these healthy snacks available at all times, both at work and at home, it'll be much easier for you to not eat all of those extra cookies, not eat all of that extra pie, all of these things that are going to be floating around this holiday season. So a couple of things that I personally have found to be helpful are dates and cashews. So I bring this to work very often, and that becomes a very easy, healthy snack that I can have. Another thing is protein bars. Those can be very helpful. A couple of the types that I have used are either Quest bars or Kirkland, which is the Costco brand, has made a pretty good protein bar. And so I bring those with me as well, especially, during the holiday season, you're going to end up traveling a lot. And this becomes really, really important to have some healthy snacks available when you are traveling so that you don't end up going and getting fast food on top of all of the other extra stuff that we're already going to be eating. So bringing a couple of protein bars, some nuts, some dates, raisins, things like that with you, and making sure that you have those available, especially when you're traveling, can be very, very helpful to stay healthy this holiday season. Now, the third strategy that we're going to be talking about is making sure that you are going to be drinking enough water. So a very simple strategy that you can do to help prevent yourself from overeating this holiday season is to just drink a big glass of water before every meal. So if you take that just a couple of minutes and drink a glass of water before you start eating your meal, it's going to allow you to get full sooner. And so you're going to be less prone to overeating. And this becomes a really simple thing that you can do, especially because a lot of the foods that we eat during the holiday season are actually higher calorically than what your food normally would be. So really, you should be eating a little bit less of it than you would normally be eating, just because a lot of the foods, they're loaded with butter, they're loaded with other things, lots of sugar, things that are going to make them very, very high calorie. So having this glass of water before you eat your meals can really help you to prevent overeating. And this should be in addition to the 2 to 3 liters of water that is recommended that you should be drinking every day. Lots of people end up eating more food because their body's actually thirsty, but they can't tell the difference between being thirsty and being hungry. So, having this glass of water and then checking and seeing, wait 10 minutes and see if you actually are still hungry or if you are thirsty can really go a long way to prevent those extra holiday pounds. So I hope that this has been helpful. If you have anything that you would add to this list, I'd love to hear your comments, so please leave those down below. So I hope everyone has a fantastic holiday season. I hope that these tips help, and I hope that this has been helpful. If you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments below. Again, this is Floyd Meyer reminding you to live better so that you can do more.